bhajan. Devotees gathered. His voice at that time was so faint, so weak. They had to put a microphone right to his mouth, and even then it was very difficult to hear him. But he was explaining about the intense pain he was undergoing. He was explaining how, because of that intense pain, it was not possible for him to even sleep at night. He went into much detail. Then, he described what a great benediction it was. He said, because in my suffering, I could feel so much what other people go through when they suffer. And the more I can feel and understand other people's suffering, the more I can help them and serve them and pray for them. So again, even the most difficult sufferings, he was seeing it as a benediction for Krishna, because it was a facility to deepen and increase his service to others. One day, just a few days before his departure from this world, Maharaj was hardly able to speak. By that time, the doctor said the cancer had reached the core of his bones, where painkillers can't even reach it hardly. He was in so much pain, his limbs were trembling. But he never cried due to pain. So we were having our Krishna Katha session. On this day, he was sitting on his chair, and I was sitting next to him holding his hand. And I was telling him about Vrindavan. We were discussing beautiful stories from Prabhupada's books, sharing realizations, but he could hardly speak. But I could see he was so intent to hear every word, to absorb himself totally whenever we spoke together. But on this day, because of the pain and because of so many other physical conditions, I could see he was really struggling to hear about Krishna. That was his determination. So I just started to chant the Maha Mantra. I said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. He just looked at me with the most innocent, loving eyes. Just eyes of love for Krishna. And with such childlike devotion, we were chanting the mantra together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. I was just chanting, trying to serve him. But he was tasting the nectar of the holy name. I could see he was savoring the sweet sound of the name. He was absolutely absorbed in the holy name. As we chanted for about a minute, tears pouring from his eyes, making his clothes wet as he was chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Then he picked up my hand with his hand and lifted it, and he kissed the back of my hand first time anyone has ever done that to me in my life. After kissing the back of my hand, he just